Ryder, some of your characters don't have emotional complexity, they just have volume. Give me 30 seconds and I will show you the difference. So you gave your characters big emotional moments, breakdowns, confessions, scenes where everything spills out and the reader is supposed to feel the emotional weight of that. And it's just not landing the way that you thought it would. That's because emotional complexity has nothing to do with how much a character feels. It's about what they refuse to feel, what they won't show, what they've decided they cannot afford to let out. Here's what that looks like in a scene. I'm gonna give you the same situation in two different ways. Let's say that our character just got fired and she's been holding it in all day, and now she's home. Here's the first example. Her husband could see it the moment she walked in. He put his arms around her. She broke. She says, "I just can't do it anymore. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm failing at everything. I don't know how much longer I can keep going like this." She told him everything. How scared she was, how alone she'd been feeling, how much she needed somebody. Here's the same scene, same character. But this time we know one thing. She wants connection more than anything. But she has never once believed that she deserves it. That is the thing that she cannot admit out loud. Here's the second example. Her husband opened his arms. She looked at him for a second, then walked past him to the kitchen, busied herself with the dishes. He came and stood next to her, and she kept washing. He says, "Are you okay?" She says, "I'm fine." He puts his hand on her back, and she goes very still. She says, "Please don't do that. Please, please." He stops. The emotional complexity in that scene has nothing to do with the breakdown. It is the restraint around it. What she would not let herself have. That belief underneath her behavior that she doesn't deserve to be held never gets named in that scene. But the reader can feel some sort of resistance. That gap between what a character wants and what they refuse to let themselves have. That is what your reader carries out of one scene into the next one. So you don't need to turn the emotional volume up. You just need at least one thing that your character refuses to feel. That is where your complexity is. And if you want daily writing tips like this, hit that follow button. That's what I do here.